Team Black counts dragons. Team Green counts armies. Almost nobody counts the people expected to survive underneath both. The official Weeks Ahead trailer gives the Smallfolk a line that should worry every claimant. You can burn us, you can kill us, but you cannot make us embrace her. That is more than resistance to one queen. It suggests the people of King's Landing are developing a political identity built around shared punishment. If the rulers keep offering only different dragons, the city may eventually decide the real enemy is the entire choice. Blockades, burning fleets and armies moving through farmland are strategic decisions in council rooms. In homes, they become missing bread. A starving city does not care which family has the more elegant genealogy. It asks who closed the port, who hoarded supplies, and whose dragon turned another road into ash. Each faction will blame the other, but suffering is experienced locally. The ruler visible in the city usually receives the anger first. That means Aemond can inherit blame for a blockade Rhaenyra maintains, and Rhaenyra can inherit blame for misery that began before she arrives. Holmgar has terrible respect for nuance. Dragons are supposed to prove that Targaryens are exceptional. From the ground, they prove that everyone else is equally flammable. That shared vulnerability can become a form of solidarity. A merchant, dockworker, and soldier may disagree about succession, while agreeing that no rider should be able to erase a street because a cousin insulted another cousin. The war teaches ordinary people to see dragons not as sacred symbols, but as weapons that repeatedly fail to distinguish loyalty from proximity. Once fear loses its mystique, it can turn into anger. And anger is much harder to command from the sky. We should not romanticize the Smallfolk. Shared suffering can produce organization, but it can also produce rumor, scapegoating, and violence against the nearest vulnerable target. A crowd may reject dragon lords without agreeing what should replace them. It can be manipulated by religious leaders, frightened by staged threats, or divided with food. The monarchy has soldiers, prisons, and spectacle. Ordinary people have numbers, which are powerful only when those numbers move together. The interesting question is not whether the city becomes morally correct. It is whether private desperation becomes coordinated action before one faction successfully redirects it. My prediction is that the Smallfolk first become a faction by refusing a command, not by declaring a new ruler. Perhaps they refuse to celebrate a conquest, surrender a suspected traitor, or accept another sacrifice demanded in the name of protection. That refusal will reveal that fear no longer works automatically. Lightbook context tells us the anger of King's Landing matters enormously later, but the show still has to earn it. Watch for repeated faces, repeated grievances, and language that shifts from I to we. The dragons may not be ended by a stronger dragon. They may be ended when the people beneath them stop believing power from above is sacred. What happens when the people of King's Landing stop choosing between dragons and choose against dragons?